Welcome to the most appalling chapter in Canadian history, the Canadian royal fiasco. Today we dive into the ridiculous reign of Prince Hoser and Princess Kerfuffle. It all began with the coronation of the Prince and Princess, the beloved yet remarkably inept members of the Canadian royal family. Their reign would soon become legendary for all the wrong reasons. In 2011, after the Vancouver Canucks lost the Stanley Cup Finals, the Prince of Canada had an idea.
I thought it would be a great idea to host a parade through the streets of Vancouver to cheer up the nation in one of its darkest hours.
The parade quickly turned into the infamous Vancouver Stanley Cup Riots. The royal couple's attempt to calm the situation only made things worse. Years later, Canada would legalize marijuana across the nation to ensure Canadian crowds would never get so worked up again. Next, Princess Kerfuffle tried to unite Canadians with a new national dish, the Moose Meat Poutine. The dish was a disaster, leading to the near extinction of the beloved Canadian moose, a nationwide cheese curd shortage, and widespread food poisoning. The public was not amused, and many are still traumatized to this day. Many historians attribute the rise in Canadian veganism to the Moose Meat Poutine disaster of 2013. Then, in 2014, they sought scientific glory. The royal couple secretly funded genetic experimentation on beavers. Their goal? They wanted to create a Super Beaver. The result came almost a decade later in the form of a global, issue. Prince Hoser and Princess Kerfuffle blamed the widespread illness on China. Many believe the lie to this day. Later that year, in another bizarre move, and further demonstrating their disregard for Canadian wildlife, the couple ordered the Canadian CIA, or CCIA, to eliminate 420 wild geese by throwing them off Niagara Falls. The public was actually quite okay with the effort to reduce the population of these vicious, ravenous pests. But the attempt to win over the Canadian people was foiled when not a single goose was harmed. They simply flew away, leaving the royal couple looking foolish yet again. It was, another misstep in a long line of missteps. The final straw came in 2017 during a live interview on the Canadian National News Network of Canada. When asked about Deadpool, the royal couple revealed they had no idea Ryan Reynolds was a Canadian. Their ignorance of Canada's national treasure was too much. The nation erupted in outrage, and the couple was sentenced to a public shaming and banished from holding power. Their reign ended dramatically in the courtyard of the Canadian Parliamentary Igloo. 3,000 tons of maple syrup was dumped on them, and Canadians were invited to take part in a public stoning with loonies, toonies, nickels, and dimes. Quarters, of course, were absent due to the Great Bloody Knuckles quarter ban of 1998, but that's a story for another time. Please share and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. If not, we're sorry about that.